Welcome everybody to the Latin Nerds Network. My name is Jose and this is my review for Blink Twice, a film by Zoe Kravitz, making her directorial debut. Of course, daughter of Lenny Kravitz. She's an actress. We saw her in Batman a couple years ago. She's done several things besides that, but yeah, she's known mainly for that as far as recent stuff. But yeah, she's taking a turn behind the camera. So I'm always interested to see what she has to offer. You know, maybe the stage is too big for her behind the screen or not. But this one here is starring Channing Tatum, of course, coming off the heels of his a great turn as Gambit on Deadpool 3. Here he plays a billionaire, self-made billionaire, a tech genius, I guess, or at a tech company, and who's a little bit in hot water for some reason. It's like maybe some abuse or sexual abuse, something along those lines. They don't really specify, but he's going on his apology tour. He stepped down as CEO of his company, and is kind of going to therapy. And he's now almost a recluse. He bought an island of his private island. He kind of lives, no technology, chickens on there, and just living the life, if you will. And he has a chance meeting with a couple of women, one in particular, who they meet at some special gala, kind of charity event that he hosts every year, and kind of befriends her, has a little thing for her, invites her. Of course, he brings her friend along to join him for a few days on this island with some of his friends. And it's not always what it seems, and there's something sinister or disturbing going on, of course. And these girls, little by little, discover that this isn't exactly the island just to party. There's a lot more going on there that they bargained for. And of course, that's when kind of the movie really takes off. And I gotta say, overall, this is actually a surprisingly decent film. I'm not saying it's a great film, but it's a decent film. It's actually, there's some talent by Miss Kravitz here behind the camera. I mean, there are she needs a little more work on the editing in bay, I guess, or just kind of, there's a lot of hard edits which kind of jarring. She needs to work on that, but it's the first time. It's not a big deal overall. I think she did a really good job building the tension and setting a good tone, keeping things kind of light. It kind of reminded me of Get Out in terms of tone. We have some kind of real tense moments, but a lot of funny moments as well throughout. So I found that very interesting. But this one here, this one here really surprised me. It speaks to, I guess, the dangers that women are placed in, the pressures that they're in, and it's always that female empowerment, which they kind of really push through, particularly in the third act of the film, which I thought really came out well. Although that third act is a little bit long, it still came out pretty well, because you're going along with this, right? You kind of just figuring out, okay, what's the deal here? First on the island, or partying, drinking literally all day, eating some great food and specialty prepared food and whatever, and living the life, but there's something just not right. And you as the audience are seeing it through the eyes, of course, of the two main girls there, and you're trying to find out what is really going on here, because you don't really know, and they do a good job. She does a good job of Kravitz of kind of keeping that veil, right? Making sure you don't get to see behind the curtain, if you will, until it's time to see behind the curtain. And when you do, it's very disturbing as far as what's really going on and how it's happening. I really like that. That was a really good surprise. It had a really good resolution. A little bit long, again, I mentioned the third act, but still ended pretty well. And the very ending scene, there's some people in the theater didn't quite understand it. But that notwithstanding, I got it, my interpretation of it. For the most part, I thought it was really enjoyable ride. I mean, it's got some good moments. It's not a horror film. No, I saw a trailer kind of build it almost like that. Almost felt like a Blumhouse production kind of film. It's not like that at all. It's just a nice, good, small, intimate thriller about these two women just trying to survive their time in this island, as something really sinister is going on behind the scenes, because led by Channing Tatum, who I really like, and I think he does pretty good in his role. I like the main girl as well. I don't remember her name, but overall, I said it was fun. It was entertaining, engaging. Not a great film, not one that you're gonna remember in a few years. But I think it's a good stepping stone for Zoe Kravitz if she wants to continue to direct. This one showed that she's got the chops, to handle some good work and really drive her narrative, have something to say, particularly with the things about the women. I enjoyed that. Again, some things I would have changed. Some of the pacing at times was a little off. I think she could have ramped things up a little quicker to get to the meat of the story. But that notwithstanding, a good effort, entertaining. I definitely recommend it. I'm not sure this is a movie you have to run to the theater and go watch. But if you're not going to go to theater, it doesn't strike your fancy as a movie you want to pay $20, whatever, $10, $15 to go watch. Definitely watch it at home when it comes out on streaming or VOD, whatever the case. I think it'd be worth your time. It is a nice little thriller. So that being said, Blink Twice. You guys know to check it out. Comment below. Let me know if you guys do. And of course, as always, if you haven't done so already, subscribe below and feed money to go to the movies and talk about it afterwards. See you guys next time.